Hello guys, the most frequent type of comment I get across all of my videos is something along the lines of Nintendo should hire you. I guess some people believe that Nintendo should descend from their piles of money and bow down to us humble modders for being able to make something decent out of their terrible games. I used to think that was a ridiculous idea, until roughly 3 years ago Nintendo sent me an email asking whether I might be interested in helping them out with something. They couldn't give me any details until I signed a non-disclosure agreement, so I did, and then they told me about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. At that point, in mid-2022, the game had been in development for 2 years, but surprisingly not a single level had been finished yet. So far the developers had only come up with crazy Wonder Effect ideas and that sort of stuff. It had been a decade since the team had made an original 2D Mario game, so they also admitted that it was difficult for them to get back in the flow of designing levels. So somehow one of the lead developers had come up with the idea of reaching out to a third party to get the level design ball rolling. And I guess they must have been a fan of my new Super Mario Bros. U mods, because I was the first person they asked. Now you might be wondering, why keep this a secret for all this time? Well, that's because of that NDA I signed. It was binding until the start of the Japanese fiscal year of 2025, which as it happens is today, April 1st. So that's why I can finally explain to you how I made the first level of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Welcome to the Flower Kingdom. As you can see, Nintendo also allowed me to record the creation process for this level the way I also ended up doing for my custom levels years later. And actually, isn't it fascinating how much Nintendo's in-house level editor looks like the Fushigi level editor that I normally use to make my custom levels? What a crazy coincidence. I must say, it has been quite difficult keeping all of this a secret. Although the developers never gave me full access to any beta builds of the game, I still knew of Super Mario Bros. Wonder over a year before it was publicly revealed. So not only did I basically have to fake these 2 reaction videos, but I also couldn't cope with having to pretend I didn't know anything about the game when playing it for the first time, which is why I stopped my Super Mario Bros. Wonder playthrough series after only 1 video. This, of course, is also why it was so easy for me to mod the game back when it first released. My insider knowledge gave me a big head start on the rest of the community. In fact, sometimes I had to play along with the discoveries of other people, as if I didn't know any better myself. For example, around the time the game released, a modder found this hidden bonus room in Welcome to the Flower Kingdom, and they thought it was unused because it seemed inaccessible. Now, because I literally designed this level, I knew that this bonus room wasn't unused. You can get to it by using the exclamation mark block badge. But I decided, screw it, I'll play along, and made a YouTube short about this amazing unused bonus room. I should mention, you wouldn't know this from watching this video, but I actually do enjoy trolling and fooling people a tiny bit from time to time. So when Nintendo asked me to make this level for them, for some reason I came up with the idea of making 2 versions of the level. A normal version, which would be designed in the way my levels always are, with proper care and thought put into all the mechanics and secrets and whatever, and an intentionally underwhelming version, where I basically just spammed the level with sleeping Goombas and included a pointless underground bonus room that you can only access if you don't trigger the Wonder Effect. And then I sent both of these versions to Nintendo without any further context, expecting them to be confused, but to end up deciding to use the good version. So I was very surprised when they decided to put the underwhelming version into the game instead. I guess that speaks to their own design principles. Luckily, I did also record the creation of the underwhelming version, so that's what you're watching right now. Oh, by the way, you might be wondering, does this working for Nintendo situation have anything to do with Nintendo taking down all of my videos last year? Well, yes actually. So when my channel became relatively popular due to all of the Super Mario Bros. Wonder modding videos, some people at Nintendo felt that I was abusing the knowledge they'd given me, and that continuing to make these sorts of videos violated the NDA I'd signed. Now, I disagreed obviously, but that didn't stop them from taking down all of the Wonder modding videos across my channel. I knew exactly why this was happening the moment it started, but because I was still actually trying to stick to that stupid NDA, I had to lie to everyone and pretend I had no idea what was going on. We ended up resolving things late last year after going over the NDA again, because I insisted that it clearly didn't stipulate anything about making modding videos after the fact, and thankfully they agreed. Actually, let me just read through that NDA one more time. Yeah, okay, yeah, that looks good to me. Binding until April 1st, 2026. That's weird. I could have sworn it said 2025. That probably shouldn't really matter. Hold on a second. It sounds like there's someone at my door. Oh my god, no, no, please don't, no.